Flexers, so it's Sue at Flex Fitness again. We are on day 2 of our home training workout. So I hope you had a go at yesterday's mobility workout. It's just designed to sort of get things moving, get the heart rate up. Today we've got something a little different planned. So what I'm going to do is an upper body workout. Now, if you can, I want you to try and find something to use as a resistance. If you're lucky enough to have some dumbbells, grab those, but you don't want anything too heavy. You could use tins, which I'm sure you've got in your cupboards because there's nothing left on the shelves, and bottles of water, anything like that, anything that's easy to hold, but you can use as a resistance when you're doing the exercises. So we're going to be doing back exercises, chest exercises, shoulders, biceps and triceps, so it's going to be everything up top. Now this is designed to sort of warm the muscles up, improve your flexibility, improve your mobility and improve your strength. It's not about building big muscles, it's about maintaining your muscles, because over time, if you don't work your muscles, they deteriorate. That is why as people get older, they have problems with balance and different issues with the joints because the muscles are basically deteriorating away. So it's really important to do this kind of stuff all the time to maintain what muscles you have. Now, I've got some 2 kilogram dumbbells, but again, just use what you've got to hand, but don't go too heavy. We're going to be doing supersets of exercises, so that just means there's groups of exercises together rather than just doing one and then having 30 seconds or a minute's rest. So it can be quite fatiguing on the body. We're going to do some standing up exercises, but we're also going to do some lying down exercises. If you don't have a mat at home, just put a couple of towels down on the floor. You're going to be laid on your back, but you don't want to be flat on the floor. You want to make sure there's a little bit of comfort there. So just a couple of towels will do fine for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get warmed up and then we're going to get stuck into the workout. So I want you to just make sure you've got a little bit of room around you. You don't need a lot. Get your station ready. Pause the video, get a bottle of water, get yourself set up and then get stuck in. So we're going to start with the warm-up. So I want you to do shoulder rolls, just to warm those shoulder joints and muscles up. We're going to do 4 more. And then we're going to change direction and go the other way. Like I've said in the other video, just go within your range of motion. If you've got any clicking or anything that's uncomfortable, just make the movement smaller, adjust to what you're capable of doing. And then we're going to bring the hands to the chest, keep your elbows high, and you're going to push out and pull back. Two more, and then take it straight up above the head. That's it, and then just bring the arms out in front. We're going to do those trunk twists. Keep your knees pointing forwards. Bottom half of the body should be quite still. You're just turning the top part. Nearly there, last 2. And 1. Perfect, right. So, we're going to do 3 exercises in our first set, and this is going to be shoulders and biceps. So, the first exercise you're going to do, I want you to grab your weights. You're going to do what's called a clean and press. Now, there's different variations of clean and presses, so before any professionals start getting on the bandwagon and having a go, this is just a basic clean and press, which is basically a hammer curl into a shoulder press. There's all sorts of different variations out there. So what I want you to make sure is you keep your stomach nice and tight, your knees soft, stand nice and tall with the shoulders back. You're going to bring the dumbbell to the shoulders, straight up in the air, back to the shoulders and back down. What you don't want to do is swing. You don't want to swing the arms out the back and go too fast, because that's not going to work the muscles. You're just going with momentum. Okay, so that's your first exercise, is the clean and press. Then from that, we're going to do the hammer curl. So we're going to isolate the muscle and just do the first part of that first exercise. And that's going to target the biceps. Then you're going to do the shoulder press, straight up and down. Okay, so through all those exercises, keep your core tight, keep your knees soft, have your feet hip width apart so you're quite planted. Try not to sort of lean on one side stand nice and tall. All right, are you ready? So we're going to do 8 reps of each. It's quite low reps, but that's because you're working the same muscles over and over again, and they're going to fatigue quite quickly. Right, are you ready? So clean and press first. Up, up, down, and down. Perfect. Keep it going like that. Just focus on your posture. Excellent. The slower you can go with these, the better. Slow and controlled is the key. We're going to do 4 more reps. 3. Last 2. And then 1 more. Perfect. So we're now going to isolate the movement and just work the biceps. So hammer curl, bringing them to the shoulders. That's halfway. We're going to do 4 more. Last 2. And 1. And then we're going to go shoulder press, just straight up and down. Keep that tummy nice and tight. Try not to lean back. If you need to, if you're struggling, you can add a little bit of a squat just to help you power through the movement. And that's it, perfect. So that's the first set. So we're going to go again, clean and press. Up and up, down and down. And just make sure you stop with those dumbbells once you reach the thighs. That's 4, we're going to do 4 more. Last 4. 3. 2. And then your final rep. And 1. Perfect. Isolate the movement, hammer curls for 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to go the same speed coming down as you do going up. It's just as important working the joints in both directions. 2 more. Last 1. And then into shoulders for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well done, good stuff. All right, so we're going to do 1 more set of that. Clean and press first. You ready? And go. For 1. If through the workout you start getting really tired and you need to have a break, just pause the video, but try not to give yourself longer than sort of 20-30 seconds because you don't want the muscles cooling down too much. That's halfway. Same again. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Isolate for your hammers. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to do 2 more. 7 and 8. Perfect. All right, shoulder presses straight up. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. All right, pop your weights down. Give your arms a little bit of a rub if they're starting to feel a little bit tingly. Lactic acid is building up. Give yourself sort of 20 to 30 seconds rest, and then we're going to do our next set of exercises. And for this one, we're going to do 2 exercises. Now, your posture is really important on this one. These are both back exercises, but your posture is key. So you're going to be leaning forwards. You want your back nice and straight. You want a little bit of a dip in the bottom of the spine, bum sticking out, knees soft. The first exercise is called a bent over row. So what you're going to do, let your arms hang naturally, and then you're going to pull the elbows behind the back, okay? But make sure you're not hunched, you're not curved, you're not leaning down too much, just leaning forward with your back nice and straight. Then from that, we're going to do what's called a reverse fly. So this time, you're like a bird trying to fly. You're coming out at the sides, a little squeeze of the shoulder blades, and then release. And again, control on the way up as you do on the way down. If you need to rest in between your sets, because it does work the lower back, but you don't want that really sort of getting quite uncomfortable, take, again, 30 seconds in between your sets. Okay, so we're going to do the bent over row first. So, leaning forward, pull the elbows behind the back. Again, we're going to do 8 reps. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to go straight in for the reverse flies. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well done, good stuff. Just stand up, just to relax the lower back, and then we're going to go in again. So, again, if you need to pause the video and take 30 seconds, you can do, but try not to take any longer than that. Right, we're going for set number 2, bent over row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well done, reverse flies. I'll show you from the front. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you're nearly there. 1 more, 8. Well done, stand up. Just loosen up, let the muscles relax. And then we're going to do 1 more set of that. So, are we ready? Final set. Bent over rows first. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then straight in for your last reverse flies. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo, starting to feel that one myself. Saying that, this is the 7th time I've tried to film this video, so my muscles are feeling a little bit fatigued. Right, so we've done those 3 sets now. We're going to go down onto the floor and we're going to do chest exercises. So I've got 3 exercises for this one. Again, just make sure you've got a towel down or a mat, something comfortable. Take as much time as you need in between this set. Well, again, 30 seconds, maximum a minute for your gap in between your supersets. And then we're going to go down on the floor. So if you need a sip of water, have a sip and then press play. I'm going to get stuck straight in. Right, so I'm going to move this camera just so that you can hopefully see a bit better. I'll try it there, see how we go. So there's 3 exercises that we're going to do. This phone does not want to stand up at all. Ooh, let's try it there. I can always move the mat rather than the phone. Right, so these, as I say, are your chest exercises. So you're going to do what's called a chest press. Now lying down, if you imagine I'm laying on my back, you're going to have your hands over the top, like you're riding a bike. You're going to come down with the elbows, touch the floor. Hands should be sort of tucked in a little bit. And then you're going to meet at the top. Don't bang the hands together and the weights together. You want to keep a gap in between so that both arms are working independently. Then from that, we're going to do a chest fly. So this time you're coming out. Again, bringing the elbows all the way down to the floor and then meeting in the middle. Now with this one, you want a slight bend to the elbow. You're coming out to the side and then bringing them in. Okay, you should feel a bit of a stretch right here, right sort of where the armpit, top of the chest is. Then from that, you're going to drop one of the weights down and just use one. Hands side by side, and you're going to do what's called a pull over. So again, if you imagine I'm laying down flat, my hands are going to start above my chest, I'm going to go above my head, get a nice stretch in the abs, and then come right above the chest. When you're doing this and you lay on your back, if your back starts to arch, you've gone a little bit too far, okay? Everyone's range of motion is differently. So it just depends on your flexibility and your mobility as to how far you're going to be able to do these movements. Right, so I'm going to lie down. Hopefully it's not going to be too much of an unflattering shot. So we're going to go bench press first, chest press first. So hands over the top, like you're riding a bike. Bring the elbows down and then meet at the top, but don't touch the weights together. Keep that tummy pulled in, back nice and flat, and control that movement. I'm going to do a few more on the reps on these. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So now we're going to turn the dumbbells around and face them to each other, and you're going to come out wide with the arms. Again, if you can, bring your elbows down to the floor, feel that stretch, and then bring them together at the top, keep a gap in between. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Right, now drop one of your weights down, turn it round so you're holding it side by side, whether it's a tin of beans or a bottle of water, it doesn't matter, just hold it in the same way. Arms nice and straight, go above the head, feel that stretch right down the abs, keep your back as flat as you can on the floor, and then bring the weight back above the chest. This is a really nice exercise. It's one of my favourites in the fact that it feels like a really good stretch. And I'll sometimes combine this with core exercises, so you're sort of stretching the abs out before you're contracting them. It's a really good burn going. 2 more. And last one. Perfect. Right, so you're going to grab your weights again and do your chest press from the top and go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Turn the hands around and go out at the side for your flies. 2, 3, 4. Just nice and controlled. Go as slow as you need to. Make sure you've got your thumbs wrapped around the dumbbells as well. Nice tight grip. Last 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Right, drop one down, turn the dumbbell around, and do your pullovers. Remember, keep that back nice and flat on the floor, and feel that stretch. That was my stomach that just rumbled. I do apologise. Almost there. Nearly done. We're going to do a few more reps. Last 2. And 1. Perfect. Right, we're going to do one more set. So, grab your weights, hands over the top, chest press. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do 4 more. Last 4, 3, 2, And your final one, perfect. Turn the hands around and go out nice and wide. Nearly there, you've got halfway, so we're going to do 6 reps. These are bigger muscle groups, which is why we can go a little bit heavier on these and a little bit sort of higher in your reps. Nearly there. Last 2. And 1. Perfect. Drop 1 down, turn that one around, and your final set of pullovers. Halfway. Four more reps. Last 2. And 1. Perfect. Well done, good stuff. Right, drop that weight down. So, that is it. That is your upper body workout. Now, again, if you found that easier, you can add more resistance, you can lift heavier weights. You don't have to lift the same weights, the same muscle groups. You could go heavier on the chest exercises and the back exercises, because again, they're bigger muscle groups. Just go, you know, if you're doing the clean and press and you find the hammer curls are easy, but the shoulder presses are hard, use a lighter weight for the shoulders, heavier for the arms. You can mix up what weights you use and you don't have to use the same set. But that was to just sort of show you the actual exercises themselves and to demonstrate the technique that you should be doing. Right, we're going to stretch out so we can do this on the floor because I can't bother moving my camera again. So we're going to take one arm across and push against it and look over that shoulder. We're just going to get that stretch in the back of the shoulder. Hold it for sort of 5 to 10 seconds. Nice big deep breaths. And then we're going to swap over and do the same on the other side. So these exercises that I'm doing, these videos that I'm doing, I've designed it so that you sort of train every day, but you rest in certain muscle groups, doing HIIT training in between weight training so that you can exercise every day without overtraining the muscles. So ideally you want to follow the program that I'm setting in the order that you're doing. Now I'm going to do 7 videos so that it's a week worth of exercises, but I'm hoping to just keep doing exercise videos every single day, to be honest, because I want to train, I love training, I need to get out and about. If I can't get to the studio, if we go into a full-on lockdown, then I will train at home and show you exercise routines that you can do in my house. Then, bring them round in front, pull the arms forward, push the spine out the back. I just like coming to my studio because 1, it's a change of scenery for me, but 2, I feel I can sort of really put heart and soul into it. When I'm training at home, it is a little bit harder, but when you've got no other choice, you do what you've got to do. So I do sometimes train at home. When I don't get here, it's just that I'm lucky enough to have my own place. But you guys, as long as you've got that little bit of space, then you can use it. And relax. Right, you are done. So that's your upper body training. So your next workout is going to be a bit more cardio based. I'm going to do either a HIIT or Tabata, I've not decided yet. And then we're going to do a leg workout and I'm going to start switching things up a bit. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. As I say, do what you can, rest where you need to, pause the video in between your sets if you have to, but just keep moving and keep safe. All right, I shall see you tomorrow.